You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Sabres Zone.
Hi folks, welcome to the Sabres Zone. This is the video on the channel, if you're new, that discusses what you had to say, or what one of you had to say. So I found a clip and I want to talk about this just to clear something up here. And let me open it up, guys, and here we go. Here's a clip. Shout out goes to Charlie. And Charlie says, this was replying to my video on who you thought the top 5 prospects are. Charlie kind of nails something I want to clarify here. So he goes, Levi, Peterka, Quinn. Peterka ahead of Quinn because he scored well in the playoffs for the Amerks. I like winners who can score in the playoffs. I didn't even see this. Unlike Leafs players. Oh my God, Charlie, you're making me say this. Well, sorry, Toronto fans. I just noticed it now. I don't know how I didn't spot that. I'm tired. For prospects who haven't played any NHL games, I would say Benson. That was my point, Charlie, in the video, okay? I want to make this clear, guys, is that when I made that video, okay, how you guys see prospects and me maybe is a different thing. I don't see Peterka, Quinn as prospects anymore. They're NHL players. I don't see guys who are regular, especially guys who cannot even win. You know, that's like me saying Power's a prospect and Peterka and Quinn, and none of these guys are eligible to win the Calder. So how can I say they're prospects in all good faith this year? They're not. They're NHL players now. So when I talk about prospects, guys, I'm talking about guys maybe that were called up once, and you know, Rusick. You know, like I'm not one. If a guy's an NHL regular for one season, he's not a prospect no more. I want to be clear on this. Like, I don't know. It's like how they term dynasties now. Like if you win 3 cups in 6 years, it's a dynasty now. Like a lot of things have changed as I'm getting older. But no, for me, a prospect is only a prospect when he hasn't, you know, the guys I do in my Sabres to the future, really, that's prospects. The way I look at it, prospects, you know, in our pipeline. Not guys that are wearing Buffalo Sabres jerseys and going out and getting paid and get to go out to dinner with the main team night after night. That can't be prospects. Prospects are guys that are dreaming to get to that, you know? It's kind of the way I see it. So Charlie does share something here. So what, Charlie, you don't think the Leafs have playoff performers? Jesus. What did you say exactly? I like winners who can score in the playoffs, unlike Leafs players. Oh my God, I must be tired. I read this clip, I said, I gotta cut it, this is perfect. And then when I'm reading it now, I somehow missed that. But yeah, Levi I would put as the top prospect if you're gonna count these guys. Of course, Levi's our bread and butter of the future, it seems like. You know, but you know, even that's not fair because it's a goalie and we're comparing him to like forwards and defensemen and things like this. We're just so deep, guys. We are so deep in our pipeline now. There's so many things now that we have so many good young players now. I can't even talk about it. Like there's so many now. Like I look at all these guys under entry level, and yes, I know Benson signed his entry level. I'm not going to do a video on something silly that you guys were all expecting. Maybe I'll mention it in I'm going to do one more video. I'm going to close this one up in a few. But Charlie, pointing that out is a good thing because I think you're the one that did say it in your thing, unless you mean players with no NHL experience. Yeah, of course, the Benson is who I meant. I meant guys with no NHL experience. So if I'm looking at, though, let's say young talent on our team, like some of the names you mentioned here, like, you know, we got to toss Owen Power in there because, you know, we just have to because he's a #1 overall pick. He's a big, giant defenseman. What's he going to become? Really, what is he going to become in a few years' time? You know, he might be awesome this year coming. He might not have the struggles Rasmus Dahlin had because Dahlin has that experience and can pass it down to him of maybe certain things not to stress with. And the truth is, maybe Owen Power's just, no, I won't say more level-headed. Maybe he's just more relaxed brain, calm. He seems like it when you talk to him. He just, whereas Dahlin looked kind of stressed out in those, you've seen where he slammed the puck. He hates to lose, which I love in any player. But it just seems like there was so much frustration building. He felt there was a lot of pressure on him, I think, even when Jack Eichel was here. Because he felt like he was the man no matter what. Maybe Eichel didn't like that. I don't know. Because I think Dahlin, to be honest, is a better prospect than Jack Eichel. I do believe that. I don't think even Vegas fans would argue that. I'd be surprised if they did, because Eichel's showed this year he's up to the challenge. But wouldn't Dahlin look pretty good in a Golden Knights uniform in this playoffs this year? Can you imagine what he would have done in the playoffs? He probably would have won the Conn Smythe, most likely. I'm just thinking. So, looking at it from the angle Charlie did here is the way I look at it, is what I'm trying to say in this video, guys. I don't look at guys that have played 30, 40 games as prospects anymore. Come on, Well, when are we going to take the sus out of their mouth and say, hey, you're an NHL player? It's just the way I think. I mean, it's if you go from, junior B to junior A, and you're not a prospect no more. You're a junior A player. The way I see it. It's the way I will always see it. So, yeah, was there any misconception out there? Apologize for that, folks, because no, I guess I should have been clear. I just assumed that you folks, none of you were counting Levi and these players as because Levi's not going down to the minors. Who's ever thinking that? I see some Sabres fans posting, not on my channel, but in other channels, saying they should put Levi down for a year. I'm like, what is wrong with Sabres fans? Really? The mental blocks that we have. It's unbelievable how that losing culture set into the fans' thinking too. No. This guy's staying up. He's never going down there. He's never going to wear the Amerks jersey. I'll be devastated if they send him down. Literally. Disgusted. I'd be angry as hell. I'd probably come on here and do a rant video for half an hour if that happens. No. This is an NHL ready goalie. You put him in. I don't care about the stupid rules that some of the young folks today think we have to do when it comes to like young goalies. I get it. You want to develop him. He can develop here. Why not develop in the best league in the world? Because I don't think Levi's going to fall to pieces, folks. I don't think so. I think it's ridiculous if any of us even suspect that. He's going to have his struggles. Good. That's okay. So did Dahlin. We didn't have to put him down. It looked like we were this close, though, eh? Remember? Once upon a time. So I just hope he doesn't start having struggles like that. I don't think he will. He's too zoned in, this guy. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. That's I just wanted to clarify this, talk about this, because this is something that was on my mind. When I started reading the notes, I'm like, oh my God, people actually think that I think that Devin Levi's a prospect. I wouldn't put him number one. Come on, guys. What planet are you on? Come on. Of course. No, of course I would. But, he's not. He's an NHL player now, Devin Levi. It's just the way I see it in my head. All right, guys. Done. And I shall see you. I think I'm going to do a nightcap. See you in that one.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to ensure Dimension access.